We've talked a lot about the thrill of the hunt when you're looking for bourbon and the importance of establishing relationships with local liquor stores and making sure that you're patronizing those stores. And today we have a special treat. We've got somebody with us today from a local liquor store to where Jennings and Bill and I are located. And he's going to talk to us about some of the single barrel picks that they have as well as part of their allocated program. So let's jump right into it.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Fireside Friday. And we're here with Devin Henson from O'Darby's. And O'Darby's has got 5 locations, 3 in Rock Hill, South Carolina, 1 in Landrum, South Carolina, where I shop a good bit, and then also 1 in Taylor, South Carolina, where I shop, which is part of Greenville County, Greenville, South Carolina. So, yeah. And, as you can see, there's a little ash blowing past us, a little windy here today. So Devin's on the fire pit roaster here. So
I may not make it, but
hey,
I'll be all right.
Welcome to Fireside Friday. That's all I got to say. This is what it's all about. We are thrilled to have you here.
Devin, welcome to the show. So tell everybody a little bit about you and O'Darby's and what you guys do, and let's talk about the single barrel program.
So I started with O'Darby's in 2019. We're a family-owned company. I started back in 2004. Started up at a Landrum store, and we had some wishes that we wanted to open up a Taylor store or a Greenville store at some point. But before we got to that, just as far as like the single barrel program, we were one of the few in the industry, in this state at least, that were doing single barrels.
Right.
You know, nobody else really wanted a Knob Creek barrel or a Russell's barrel, or whereas now everybody wants one. So we were into single barrels early on, but our issue was we would bring in these fantastic barrels, and they'd sit on the shelf.
Right.
So we thought of something, we had to think of something to do to make that change, because we know it's good juice, and we know we just have to get it out there. We had to get the word out.
Yeah, so it's interesting because you came in 2019, which is about the time we met about the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I started shopping at O'Darby's, and we talked about building that relationship, and that's one of the things that you mentioned to me early on is, hey, find somebody that you can build a relationship with that's going to help you get not just the single barrels that are there, make sure you're buying those, but when the allocated stuff comes up or the special bottles come up,
or you want to make a gin and tonic, go there and buy all the stuff for that too.
Buy everything from them and work with them and have that relationship. And that's kind of how we've got to know each other. And you've been great to me, and you guys have really developed some great programs. The single barrel program is one of those. You've got an allocated program that you do, and you also have a PAPI program, which is really important to a lot of folks too.
Mm-hmm.
Having 5 stores, you guys move a tremendous amount of inventory. So talk us through how you started the single barrel program, and because you guys do a new drop almost every week.
Tell me about it.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of bourbon.
It's usually I'll have a break between April and May, but we're running straight into it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure with what we've got coming down that there will be a week where we don't have a single barrel. But this whole thing started, as I was saying, just like for instance, we had a Russell's pick. Everybody loves Russell's.
Yep.
But we were sitting on it for way longer than we needed to. So we tried stickers, and for me, I don't know how you guys feel about stickers. I feel like they're an abomination to the juice and to the distiller. So we got away from that really quick. So we were really just sitting in a manager's meeting, and it kind of, the question got asked, well, what can we do to help get the word out? And my brother at the time, he's still working on, he's in charge of the E-Saver program, which is 90-point wines or above. We send out an offering for that as well. He asked me if I wanted to head up the program, in so many words. And I was very hesitant.
That sounds like a voluntold kind of thing.
Yeah.
Got really quiet, and then I said yes. But my hesitation is, I'm not a bourbon expert. Right, but I know what I like, and I know I'm a good listener. So every single barrel, it wants to tell you a story.
Yes.
So I took it on and sent out the first email. And we sent it out to a list of our customer base. They have the right to reserve a bottle. If they don't want to, we'll go ahead and move on, and we'll go to next week. And
So dive into that a little bit more. So you guys send out an email each time you have a bottle drop.
Mhm.
Okay. And for people like me, it drops at a certain time on Sunday every week.
1 o'clock every Sunday.
Every Sunday. So we know what day it's coming and when it's coming. So we know it's there. I'm always looking because
I'm hopping on the email always.
I'm looking. There's sometimes I'm hitting that refresh button
Yeah,
to
I'm
make sure I
going,
get
ooh,
it.
how can I get more than that?
Yeah, there's no way to get more than one. But what you guys have done is you guys have built a following in a way of people, they know when it's going to drop, they get to reserve it, and they have a week or 10 days, whatever the time frame is, to come pick it up. If they don't pick it up, you stick it on the shelf. So
no harm, no foul.
Yeah, no harm, no foul. I'm got to be honest with you that I've reserved bottles just like everybody has, and I've either missed it because I've been out of town, and I probably got stuff back on the shelf.
Not me.
Yeah.
Every time he releases one and I pick one, I'm there the next day, and I usually go early, and they're like, it's not out
He
till
has
Thursday.
no life. He has nothing to
Yeah, it comes
Yeah,
out.
like-
do. No obligations.
Yeah, the list.
Every time.
None whatsoever.
The list
I
hits
don't read, and I go early every time.
Yeah, the list hits on Sunday. You can't pick it up till Thursday.
I go on Mondays because I'm off.
Yeah.
Well, full disclosure, you can go by and pick up. Well, the only reason we do Thursdays is just it gives us time to get inventory where it
Get
needs
stuff
to
moved
be.
around. You've got 5 stores. You've got to be able to move because it all hits into one location, and then
That's
you
right.
split it all out. So
That's right.
yeah, but and the way you guys do it is it's something that is consistent. I tell people all the time. People like things that are consistent. You can be consistently bad, consistently good, consistently in the middle. But if you're consistent, people like us know what to depend on, and so that's a great way of doing it.
Absolutely.
So, what is as a store owner? This single barrel program is important to you. It drives revenue for you, but it drives your customer base. Tell us a little bit about what you guys have seen from that and the way people have been responding and all like that, because it's important to you guys.
Well, it's for one, if we didn't have customers come in and buy, not just the Russells and the Knob Creeks, but the not off the wall, but the ones you don't always hear about.
Right.
If we didn't have customers come in and buy those barrels, our program would not be as strong as it is today. So in that regard, it's very important to bring in the inventory and bring in the product that people are excited to try. Right. And that's one of the funnest parts of my job is tasting some of these barrels because I know in our group knows that we can't wait to talk about it with the customers that come in the store. Yep. So it helps the program survive, but it also helps when customers come in the store because we're able to build that relationship and talk to them about last week's barrel or what they had before. Maybe we go down the road of a rye that's similar but different as well. So it helps with relationships as well.
One thing that I like you guys do that no one else that I buy from does is y'all actually send out an email list of what's coming up. So you can really be anticipating those barrels. No one else does that. And I bet that most of our viewers, no one else they buy from does that. That's unique. And it's very convenient to go ahead. Not everybody has the disposable income to go ahead and buy every single one you guys put out. But if you see that list of what you guys are putting out, and you're like, oh, I really want this Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. Well, it's coming. You can go ahead and go, we're ready. And that's very unique. You don't get that with other folks. So.
Yeah, and in fact, your email list always, you show not only what that week's drop is, but underneath it'll always have, we've got a Woodford and 2 Russells, and you list out all of those things like Jennings is talking about. It's going to get that list. That's important.
One of the other thing too is once the barrel, let's say it sells out, and then it goes to back on the shelf. Well, it also goes back online. So let's say you missed out on that barrel. Well, you can search from the convenience of your home and pick up that Jack
Go
Barrel
to tomorrow
proof.
to get something that's back on the shelf. That's what's happening. So.
Good deal.
Well, and, you and I talked about it. So I'm going to, I've got an event I'm going to this week, and one of the things that I plan on doing, I've been posting online, come meet me and stuff at this event. And what I'm going to do is I'm coming over Monday to pick up some of the single barrels that you guys have sitting on the shelf.
Nice.
And that's what I'm going to be serving at this event that I'm going to is some of the single barrels that we're talking about today.
That's be good.
Yeah,
That'd be real
it's gonna
good.
be a lot of fun. Anyway, well, guys, thanks for being here. This is Fireside Friday. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share button. And as we always talk about, drink and enjoy and share bourbon. We're getting ready to do that with Devin, our good friend here, and hope you guys will come back and listen.